Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you are aware, but Mr. Hitman, the best American player, the Orc, he is back. I don't know, is he going to play a lot or is just for a few games? He has been playing on BNet, he hasn't been that active since like basically 1 year, but now he's back and he's playing on Warcraft Champions as Night Elf, and because his MMR is quite high, over 2300 MMR, he met one of the best or the best Night Elf on the server. He's playing versus Jens, well known as Mayhem, and ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a wild Night Elf mirror. You may say Soul, Demon Hunter, Bear mirror, while even casting this game. Do you see any Demon Hunter here for Mr. Hitman, who is playing on the top right as a purple Night Elf? Is going to be a Tavern Hero opener, while for Mr. Mayhem is going to be Priestess of the Moon. We are playing on Warcraft. Warcraft is pretty big, and look at the timing of the second farm. From this timing we can read a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, that this is going to be the Archer opener. So because usually with Potom we see a lot of hunts, we see aggression, but experienced Night Elf told me, Soul, Potom can be played differently than just simple Aline, which is of course sophisticated to like execute, but you can play tier 2, you can add Naga, you can add Mass Dryads, because remember that Potom Aura is good for Dryads. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's a very interesting game, and let's see what Hitman is going to buy. And this is a Fire Lord in the Night Elf mirror. That's very interesting because, you know, in Fury, if you like attack your opponent with Fire Lord, he will have wisps, so he will basically dispel your beautiful, beautiful lava spawns. And yes, there is one wisp already here, confirming this is going to be indeed Fire Lord. And Mr. Jens is just crossing the map. As we can see, with Ancient of War, you can do very nice things. You can creep remotely. And Mr. Hitman is like, okay, my Ancient of War is parked here, and I'm just going to creep the green camp. Okay, Jens is immediately harassing the lava spawn, denied by Hitman. Ladies and gentlemen, as we can see, he's the best American player, that's for sure. I mean, not that much competition these days, but yes, when Mr. Hitman plays, NA is excited. Am I right? I think so. So, the most important part is, are we taking here? Expansion play with Potom. Okay, that's very interesting. As we can see, the camp is done. It's almost level 2 for Jens, and Hitman is starting to creep. A huge camp. He has 4 archers, lava spawn, and a little bit of Ancient of War support. No, this lava spawn needs to split. Okay, that was close. This Elder Jungle Stalker hits hard. But a nice creep manipulation. There is no inner fire buff on him because he was pulled. And Zombie Mask! Oh my god, this item is amazing because this game is going to last long, and let me tell you, Fire Lord needs this mana regen to have more lava spawns, even for the passive, so the second spell is probably going to be Incinerate, so that's amazing. As we can see, Jens is back. Jens is creeping as well, and he's preparing slowly his expansion, because, yes, that's what he's doing. He's stacking, so it's probably going to be Mass Dryads, and it's a good choice, because what Fire Lord can do versus Mass Dryads, probably nothing. So every ability of Fire Lord is going to be very easily dispelled. So lava spawns, Dryads can dispel. This passive Incinerate doesn't work on Dryads because they are immune to spells. And if you go for this Soulburn ability, Dryads with their mask can just dispel this debuff from the opponent hero. Maybe Incinerate level 3, level 4, I mean level 5 is okay because you can target heroes with it, but the damage buff is not that big anyway. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as we can see, expansion is working already. Take on the way for both players, and it looks like for Mr. Hitman is going to be double lore as well. But the question is Mr. Hitman going to expand or not? He's still creeping. Okay, he wants to have a high level Fire Lord. Items are good here, and yes, creeping with lava spawns feels amazing. Naga as the second hero. I think that the right click ability is going to be amazing, because yes, with those double passive, those 2 heroes are attacking really hard. Jens is about to root his expansion. He's creeping as well. And Mr. Hitman is good. When you creep with lava spawns, look, you can like multiply them, and there's a pretty big map, so there is a lot of camps on the way, but they're going to meet soon. And let me tell you, one wisp can deal a lot of damage here, and two wisps are probably going to dispel every single lava spawn. We'll see about that. So yes, Mr. Hitman needs to act. Glove of Haste and plus HP. Book, of course, back to Warcraft chat would be furious for not picking up this one. And Hitman is here, and Hitman is like, okay, I'm stealing your experience from that camp. Dark Ranger for Mr. Jens. He has no idea that Mr. Hitman is working on his another Sobi mask. Okay, so he's basically splitting the Sobi mask. That's cool. This game will be remembered as the mass mana game of Mr. Hitman. Okay, we have Dryads on the way and no expansion. Ah, there is an expansion. Okay. Okay, Hitman is here. Hitman is like, this like looks like a lore making time, so that's a very nice timing for Hitman. Of course, we can have detonations. As we can see, the lava spawns were detonated. Do we have dust? There is no dust. Mr. Hitman can try to shadow melt with his archers. Of course, he'll have to teleport out, and he needs to give a TP to the Naga. Beautiful! Two lores cancelled. Two lords cancel. Mr. Jens, he will have a lot of money soon because his expansion is operational, but he can't produce his beloved tier 2 units because he needs to wait for the lords to go to finished. And look at this, the creep camps are crept on the way, so Mr. Jens is on the part of the map which is less populated. Firelord is getting stronger and stronger now with level 4. Creeping, just creeping, and Hitman is doing exactly the same. He has his expansion on the way, but he will have Dryads quickly. And with the Dryads, he has the map control. Oh, mamma mia. And Rage Jungle Stalker. I would dispel him. I would patch him, I think. Because the bigger the monster is, the stronger inner fire effect is on him. And your Storm Hermit, Storm River Hermit, yes, he has a lot of mana. As we can see, Mr. Jens agrees with me. Look at this patch animation. Some storm is going over this Enraged Jungle Stalker. And yes, I like that Mr. Jens is going for him. This guy has chaos damage. What is the item? Plus 5 intelligence, plus 5 strength. Not too bad, not too good. Okay, it's acceptable. And ladies and gentlemen, so far so good for both players. Jens is staying tier 2. He got the Shredder. Definitely, he can consider going tier 3 soon. This map is huge, and ladies and gentlemen, the players are going to meet in the middle. Ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe this Medallion of Courage was actually the worst item. It only gives like... I mean, on Dark... Okay, we have 2 agility heroes, right? So with 2 agility heroes, we need plus 5 attack, and this is not giving you your main stat. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, at least we got the item. Mr. Hitman is going to the top of the map. We are going to have level 5 Firelord. Strong Firelord, if you ask me. Okay, Mr. Mayhem, he's buying mercs. He's preparing for the push, maybe. But of course, Hitman invested into the late game himself, and he's producing bears. Okay, the red cab on the top will go for Hitman most likely. Now we have Dryad, so we are not afraid of the inner fire. And Mayhem doesn't have that much. He's going to creep 2 green camps, but that's about it. And True Shot, I mean, well, like Undead Aura, TC Aura, of course, are quite nice here. Okay, as we can see, lava spawns are attacking nicely. And the Kodo Aura, so bonus damage to everything. Definitely a better item than Medallion of Courage. Come on, okay, Hitman. Hitman spent a long time on Binet, but he looks like he's in a good shape. And now, decision, what he's going to do. He definitely has tech advantage, but his opponent has gold advantage. And also Mr. Mayhem invested into Shredder, so he can like detonate his wisps more freely. If he wants to help with Dispel, but he has enough Dryads to probably don't even worry about it. We have the Scout all from Potom. And yes, the first bear is here with adept ability. Master ability is on the way. Nice inventory for both players. Mr. Hitman is walking without the TP, and yes, the scout all is on him. So now I would say that almost entire map is scrapped. There is one orange camp left on the top right, and the question is what the players are going to do. Mr. Mayhem, he wants to expand, but he needs to do it quickly because Hitman is knocking to his doors. Okay. By the way, remember that those gold mines are not giving you that much gold. I mean, they give you the normal amount of gold, but not for long because it's only 8,000. But I think the game is not going to last that long, and the most fragile part of the Night Elf base is here, and army of Mr. Mayhem is split apart. Okay, TP for TP, one Dryad died for Hitman, and one Shredder died for Mr. Mayhem. As we can see, his lumber is 400, so it's enough for now. But his amount of wisps is probably not that high. Actually, he has enough wisps, I think. I mean, he's free on lumber. And Mr. Hitman got his own shredder. Ladies and gentlemen, as we can see, the Night Elf mirror is being basically reduced to who has a shredder and who doesn't, which is quite funny. Okay, Firelord is on level 5. But again, versus Mass Dryads, it doesn't matter that much. Of course, level 5 hero is good on its own. And I think that the right-click attacks are going to be very strong from two sides. We have one item on the ground, so let's say we are suffering from success because our inventory is full. Actually, no, there is one spot on the Firelord, the final damage tool. Okay, we are not investing into expansion, I'm afraid, because of the lumber issues. Another shredder acquired by Mr. Mayhem, by Mr. Jens. And they are getting operational. On the top right, we see the supply. The early expansion for Mayhem resulted in the supply spike, but still he's recovering with his tech. He doesn't have bears yet with him on master form, but in this matchup you don't need that many bears, I guess. All of experience goes to the Naga. Just creeping green camps in front of each other. Ladies and gentlemen, Warhill is a pretty new map in the map pool, and let me tell you that I haven't seen Warhill crept fully. So there is one more camp on the bottom right. I think nobody will creep this camp, but we'll see about that. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite funny for me to see that basically the players almost cleared entire Warhill. It takes 13 minutes, almost 14 minutes to do so, with like a lot of creeping and a small amount of fighting. Third hero for Mr. Hitman with Entangle. Of course, we understand that versus Dryad, Entangle is not that good, but maybe you just need these 1-2 seconds of Entangle to make sure that you can right-click your opponent. Supply is even. Let's compare the upgrades. 1-1 for Hitman and 1-1 for Mr. Mayhem. The game looks open. Amount of orbs of Venom. One orb for... Yeah, the amount of orbs is exactly the same. Hitman is getting the Hunter's Horn, but it's not a big deal. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, they are fighting for real. They are fighting for real. We have the HP drain on the Dark Ranger. Soulbird. Okay, the bears are first to die. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hitman decided to not really trade here. He doesn't like this trade and his supply agrees, and even one bear goes down. It was unexpected. The Hermit got killed. Maybe because Mr. Mayhem, he wants to have one more bear and he has a better sort of dispel. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, on high level, players prefer to kill one of his like weak units, not well scaling units. And look, this is what Night Elves are doing to their own people. In Para-Rifle army, it would never happen something like that. Never. I will tell you, in my life, I haven't killed a single rifleman, okay? We always know that more rifle, the better in Para-Rifle armies. Rifles are very happy to cooperate with us, the Para-Rifle players. And what Night Elves are doing to their own units, I will just leave without comment here. Ladies and gentlemen, shop access for Hitman. He can buy healing scrolls, probably, or invols. We'll see about that. The fight is coming. We have bears, we have dryads, we have hero levels. The amount of orbs, okay, we have orb on this keeper. So it doesn't show in the inventory because it's bugged, but when we click on him on the bottom right, there is a beautiful orb, and there is this beautiful green orb effect here anyway. It's funny to me that those heroes, they have like a lot of mana. And yes, they are fighting again. There is a lot of damage in both sides. They are kind of fighting on the neutral ground, a little bit far from the Moonwells, but who is going to trade better? It looks like Mr. Mayhem has just more. He has just more, ladies and gentlemen. Supply doesn't lie. Mr. Hitman is looking for the hero kill Hail Mary, but the pod has healing potion. Maybe one more entangle can reach. Just for a moment, you may say there is Mass Dryad Soul, but yes, this is what Mr. Hitman calculated. He wanted to get this Potom, and without Potom there is no orb and there is no aura. Mr. Hitman is marching through. This entangle prove itself worth, ladies and gentlemen. Can we win this with just heroes? In heroes we trust. Mr. Hitman is pushing through. I thought that Jens has no chance, but the hero focus is basically winning this game for Mr. Hitman. You can have expansion on the island, but if your main base is dead, there is a problem. I can't believe it, but the right click, the coolness, I don't know how to say, like, Mr. Hitman believed. He believed that he can do it. If you just look at the supply, his supply was dropping very rapidly. But Entangle, even though we played versus Mass Dryads, these 1-2 seconds of Entangle were deadly. And with Potom, the army composition of Mr. Jens broke. To be honest, if you are an experienced Night Elf, you can probably tell me, Saul, it was about, I don't know, the ratio of Dryads to Bears or something like that, but still, I'm very impressed that his hero snipe worked, even though there was a healing potion on the Potom. And Potom is back from the tavern, but the situation is not looking too good. But again, supply is even. Again, supply is even, and Mr. Jens is here. Okay, we need to reach. Ooh, there is so many bears. 2 upgrades. And Force Aura is also good because, as we can see in the late game, ladies and gentlemen, we are transitioning into mass bears, and the Force Aura is amazing in the Bears Wars. Keeper with level 3. I think we are going for the Aura here. Okay. this Dark Ranger needs to be surrounded. No, Dark Ranger was left alone. The life drain ability. And level 6, and there is nothing to stop Volcano. Are we going to see Volcano? I don't remember the mana cost. Is it 200 or 150? We'll see about that. Hitman finish this game with a bang. Okay, Mr. Hitman is like, Saul, I'm finishing this game with some snipes. Show us Volcano, Mr. Hitman. Can you do it? And in some games, even in pro games, players stay a little bit longer just to use the ultimate, because the viewers, they love to see ultimates, and myself, I love to see ultimates as well. We have definitely enough mana because of this freaking Sobi mask, but there is no juicy target for the Volcano. Actually, there is! We are finishing with Volcano. Volcano can stun as well. Mr. Hitman, there is nothing to stop it, and Mr. Hitman has like a Volcano border here. You can't cross the border. It is freaking active volcano on top of it. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hitman is back as Night Elf. He was able to win versus Jens. Of course, that was a crazy game. And yes, I hope that Hitman will play more. Of course, the Orcs, they need some hope. And the Night Elf needs to be proven that Hitman can play with, as they say, with the weakest race. So, Mr. Hitman, cool to see you back on Warcraft Champions, and I hope that I'm going to see more videos like that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this YouTube video. Consider subscribing to the channel, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.